War rages across the mortal realms. New alliances are formed while others lie shattered, and the dominant powers ever seek their next conquest. As these two powerful forces prepare to clash, only one will rise victorious when the dust settles. While this and countless other battles rage on, one fact is becoming clear. The season of war has begun. This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and the FLGS Partners, Warfire Minis, and X-Planet.
Hello and welcome to Season of War and our first game on the channel with the new General's Handbook 2022, technically Season 2 though.
It's here.
Yeah, excited for this one. But before we get into things, a couple quick announcements. Firstly, we have to give a big thank you to Games Workshop who did send us an early release copy of the new GHB. So that allows us obviously to film these battle reports in advance so we can come out, have them released soon after the new edition and whatnot. So
yep.
Big thanks to GW, but want to make it clear that we did get sent this in advance by them. And again, excited for a new edition of rules and changes and tweaks and no more bounty hunters.
There you go, that's the key.
Yes.
Excited bounty hunters is gone.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a few new things that we're gonna talk about throughout the game with just different rules and all that going on. Some of us taking more advantage of it in one army than the other.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, but we'll see how that works out. And then we also want to give a big shout out to one of our FLG partners, Warfire Minis, who are always helping us out with different models and whatnot. Bone Tithe Shrieker being the most recent addition here. Just painted that up today for this game. And then we also have a campaign going on of our own on the channel right now, where we're trying to crowdfund getting our Beast of Chaos army commission painted. So we've made huge progress on the goal, so thank you to everyone who's contributed so far. We're already underway on the project, stuff's getting painted, and we're just gonna be, as we get closer and closer to the goal, we're just gonna be getting more units and units painted as we can. So thank you again to everyone who supported. If you wanna help out with that as well, you can throw a super chat or super thanks to pitch in. And either way, no pressure, but we super appreciate any help that we get. Thank you guys.
You can get one of our only armies we don't have, Beast of Chaos, on the table.
Yeah,
lots of people.
Very excited for that.
Yeah.
Yes. But then looking at the mission today, we're playing a Path of a Champion.
Yep.
And we've got 4 objectives across the table here. It's normal, hold 1, hold 2, hold more, storing. 2 points for a battle tactic, 3 for grand strategy, but the interesting trick with this one is if you have a GV on one of these objectives, GC, sorry, a Delation Champion, on one of these 2 corner objectives outside of our own territories. Actually, it could be on yours, I think,
just
for myself.
Yours,
if you're there at the start of your hero phase, you can choose 2 battle tactics.
Yeah, so weird.
Potential extra storing, which sounds wild, but there's actually so many hard battle tactics in this thing that if you take 2 and you fail one, it might also restrict you from what you can do later in the game. So. Yeah,
and also like armies like Doc and KO, like armies that have really easy book tactics, combined with that, you could get some pretty high scoring.
But it does make you whip your little heroes forward, or dictates your positioning a little bit. So we'll see how that plays out.
Who knows how many GCs we'll even be seeing. All of that stuff. Exactly. Stay tuned for the next few months.
It'll be exciting to watch the meta unfold and develop. But Ridge, you want to take us through your OBR list? Yeah,
so first of all, I want to give a shout out to Jonathan from the Discord. So this is his list that he's constructed, essentially, that we're playing. It's pretty similar to a lot of the Petrifex lists
that we've been playing. Right up our alley.
Kind of the models we have. But yeah, so it's actually just Arcan, a Liege Cavalos with the Godbone armor. It's in Petrifex. And then he's got the Soul Mason. He is the general and has Marty Archaeosian, so the +2 wounds. And then he actually took a battle reg, command entourage. So he has the Gothazar Cartouche. So the +1 to wound, wholly within 9.
Great artifact.
Could be amazing if you can keep him up with the unit. We'll see. And then for battle line, it's unit of 20 more tech, 20 more tech, 10 more tech, and 6 stalkers, which are amazing. So the stalkers and the 1 unit of 20 are in Galician Veterans, which is the battle one that came from the old book, that's half-inch of a half-inch, essentially.
Lets you fight 2 ranks.
The rule that everyone wants to be baked into the game is now, at least you can do it onto units, which is cool. Just, a couple extra drops. And then a catapult. Just to kind of round it out. And even more important are the 2 endless spells. So, and then the Purple Sun and the Bone-Tithe Shrieker, which is so good.
Yes, it is.
So with all this casting, I like the list. It kind of works really well together. And like I said, it's kind of similar to ones that we've ran.
Yeah, Arcane's a great caster.
Yes.
So
increasing the range on both of them too. It's going to be nice.
Just like Seraphon.
Yeah, love it.
Nice. Well, looking over at my army today, I'm playing Sylvaneth. Very familiar with these guys, but playing a new sub-faction for the first time ever, and I'm pumped. I got, obviously, you're seeing it already, I'm playing Oakenbrow, so I got the Tree Lords as battle line. All my trees, my big trees, also count as half wounds when you look at their bracket for, bracketing.
Doing damage,
Yeah, so that helps them kind of be at their top bracket or perform better. And between 3 Tree Lords, I have a Tree Lord Ancient, and he's got regrowth, and then I have the Spirit of Durthu, who's got my artifact, which is the Greenwood Gladius for plus D3 extra attacks.
Yep, more attacks, always good on him.
And then, other than that, I have my general is the Warsong Revenant.
Yep.
He's got Spellsinger, the typical command trait for the casting through Wildwoods, makes him super good and useful in that capacity. And that's it for him. Actually, he is a Deletion Champion, so I have the teleport ability on him, so I can once per game teleport him. I have a lot of teleports, but there are some reasons I went for that one.
What's that? The Tunnel Master? I think?
Tunnel Master, yeah.
Probably see that one quite a bit.
That'll be one of the common ones for sure. And then, other than that, I have a unit of 30 Dryads here today. Because no more bounty hunters, so you might see a few more hordes out there, and gonna test it out today. But with all that said, I was a 2-drop here in my list. Ridge, you were a bunch more.
Yeah, I think 8.
Yeah, so it did give me choice of first turn, and I have been considering taking first here. Nerves setting in. I'm gonna give away the turn ridge.
What?
Yeah, let you take first, and with that, we'll jump into Ossiarch Bonereapers, turn 1.
Let's go!
Ready to start their relentless march, the Bonereapers' battle tactic is desecrate their lands. The Liege Cavalos uses relentless leadership, and the Spirit of Durthu uses heroic willpower. The Bone-Tithe Nexus uses Punishment of Ignorance on the Tree Lord Ancient. The Soul Mason attempts to cast the Bone-Tithe Shrieker, but miscasts and suffers 1 mortal wound. Arcan uses First of the Monarchs, then casts the Purple Sun, has Mystic Shield unbound, and deals 5 mortals to the Tree Lord with Curse of Years. The Mortek Crawler uses Endless Duty, but deals no damage to the Tree Lord Ancient. Claiming ground and daring their foe to strike, the Bonereapers complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Alrighty, so back from OBR turn 1. The Soul Mason wanted to miscast, so that was fun.
Great start.
On his first spell. And then after that, Arcan, I tried to do some defensive spells. You unbound Mystic Shield. I did get the Purple Sun off, so that's just kind of there to be annoying, and -1 save for the bit of shooting. But did get Curse of Years off. I rolled 3 6s on the 10 dice, which is an amazing start, and then I rolled 1 1, and then I rolled the 2 when I needed a 3.
Yeah.
Very close to being.
So you got 5 mortals, which is great. That's like
good for that spell.
You're happy with that.
I love that spell. That is like maybe the most fun spell in Age of Sigmar. So anyways, yeah, not too effective, but everything else was just kind of movement and prepping for your possible double.
Yep.
Took Desecrate in the middle, and yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
We'll see when in your turn.
Yep. I was saying it during your turn, love these missions where you have half the objectives outside of anyone's territory.
Yeah.
So it means, well, going first, there's downsides. It also makes it really easy to store, hold 2, hold more.
Yes.
So great thing about that, you got your 5 points, and I'm gonna have to answer as we go into Sylvaneth, turn 1.
Sounds good.
Roused by the impudent constructs, the Sylvaneth battle tactic is harness the spirit's path. The spirit of Durthu uses heroic willpower, and the soul mason uses heroic recovery. The tree lord ancient uses silent communion to summon a wildwood. The warsong revenant casts tree song, then casts verdant blessing. The tree lord ancient casts mystic shield but is unbound. The Tree Lord Ancient and Durthu all teleport using the Spirit's Path. The Warsong Revenant uses Tunnel Master to teleport. The Dryads walk the hidden paths. The Tree Lord shoots at Arcan, dealing 2 damage. The Tree Lord Ancient and Durthu deal a combined 4 damage to the Mortek Guard. Durthu uses Forward to Victory but fails his charge. The Tree Lord fails his Roar, allowing the Mortek Guard to use Shield Wall. The Tree Lord uses All Out Attack and deals 8 damage to the Mortek, then uses Strike and Fade. Using their innate wisdom to traverse the battlefield, the Sylvaneth complete their battle tactic and score 5 points.
Sylvaneth, turn 1. I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah, great turn.
Yeah. Didn't take out a unit of Mortek, would have been amazing, but I didn't really expect to, unless maybe Durthu got in.
That's pretty good. 20 more
But
attacks.
it would have meant I had to leave my Tree Lord out to dry if Durthu did make it.
Yeah.
Though, and I mean, would have been worthwhile, I still think. And it would have been then a tough decision of do I leave Durthu there in hopes of the double, getting into Arcan would be nuts.
Well, really, if you know, I mean, one Tree Lord, even if you leave him up for bait, you know you're going to go and you got those 3 behind, right?
Yeah.
So it's not even the worst if he stayed there.
Yeah. So in all, I love, like, what I was excited for this build is just the mobility, right?
So good.
So
yeah.
I completely relocated everything. That's why I went for Tunnel Master, so I could teleport the hero and then move the Dryads.
Yep.
That bunker over there is, amazing. The Dryads are -1 to hit and wound. The Tree Lord can potentially make something fight last and then not be able to pile in, so super debilitating that way.
Yep.
And then with my Strike and Fade,
Look who it is!
Hi, Munchkin! Hi.
Yeah.
My dice.
Yeah.
My dice.
Yeah. And all in, yes, no. Yeah. And all in, just a super effective turn. Again, little chip shooting, wasn't a ton, but that with, the damage, combat damage combined and the +1 rend from the tree helped a lot because of, you're ignoring rend 1, so.
Yep, Jaina would have got your Durthu in.
Yes, she would have. Sorry, honey. But again, all in, a very good turn, so I can't complain at all. And it does bring us to a turn 2 priority.
Yeah.
Here we go, Jaina.
All right, Jaina. You know what to do, like
Can
Daddy,
you roll
right?
the dice, please? That's a 4!
Oh,
Jaina wins priority. Good job, honey. High five. But I actually think I'm going to give you the turn here, Ridge.
I was going to definitely give you the turn. It had probably one prior.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm pretty defensive right now and far from the stalkers, so.
And I'm slow.
Yeah, so we will jump into, not Sylvaneth, Ossiarch Bonereapers, turn 2.
Sounds good.
Too far to fully engage their foe, the Bonereapers' battle tactic is the Tithe Demands. The Soul Mason uses Necromantic Mastery, and Durthu uses Heroic Willpower.
The Bone-Tithe Nexus uses Punishment of Ignorance on the Warsong Revenant. The Soul Mason casts the Bone-Tithe Shrieker, but has Soul Guide unbound. Arcan casts Curse of Years, but deals no damage. Empower Nadirite Weapons is granted to the Mortek Guard, but he fails Protection of Nagash. The 10 Mortek and the Stalker both use Unstoppable Advance. The Tree Lord uses All Out Defense as the Crawler uses Endless Duty and deals 10 damage. The Tree Lord uses Ground Shaker on the Mortek, who also suffers 1 mortal from the Wildwood. The Mortek Guard use Shield Wall, but the Tree Lord manages to kill 6 of them. Needing to finish off the Tree Lord for their tactic, the Mortek attack, but deal no damage. Wah wah. Finding themselves out of position, the Bonereapers fail their battle tactic and score 1 point.
All right, so back from OBR turn 2, Jordan had a really good opportunity to give me prio here because I wasn't doing much. So I was really thinking about how I can maximize what position I was in. Now already I think I made kind of an error of not pushing everything over here, because now I'm in the middle trying to threaten your kind of sides and make you think about what you're going to do, because a lot of my army's in the middle.
Yep.
But number one, I didn't really have a good tactic to do. So it's like, this edition already, it's like you need to be able to, if nothing dies, you can't do if you can't kill something and hold more.
There's no against.
And if your general doesn't kill something, you're already at, because I did Desecrate, you're already at, and you don't, this lets I don't have any GCs, which they're hard anyways. It's like, I have a couple book tactics, but...
Often in games, I think people are going to score like 3 tactics on average in a lot of games.
much harder. So
3 or 4.
I almost somehow, by the luck of the gods, Jordan rolled 2 1s to save.
Out of 2, both my saves were 1.
The Crawler, because my plan was to just try to kill him, and I really thought that the Mortek would be able to do a lot more. I forgot about the Stomp as well, that would make them fight last. So huge, you killed like 7 or 8 or something. So only 5 of them got to attack, and then they didn't do anything. I got the exploding 5s and everything on them. And I had the Shrieker for +1 to hit. So just like shitty, that was the kind of only tactic I could get. And it actually, once you failed those saves on that, I was like, I actually might make
You have a chance.
So kind of want that I missed that. But again, just kind of positioned into the middle and hoping that I can win turn 3 prio and do something with it. But you'll be in a decent spot. I guess just the Tree Lord's tagged, but So kind of unfortunate, just again with the movement kind of thing. But Arcan's super fast. I was also I rolled a 3 on his Protection of Nagash, so I was also going to do a play where I threw him in
and then teleport him away.
Got hit back, teleport him away, but I failed his spell. Like, he's been a bum already this whole game.
Not the best.
No.
But that's I guess it for your turn. So we will jump into Sylvaneth, turn 2.
Sounds good.
Eager to capitalize on the enemy's misstep, the Sylvaneth battle tactic is gaining momentum and eradicate trespassers. Durthu uses heroic willpower and dispels the Bone-Tithe Shrieker, and the Soul Mason uses relentless leadership. The Tree Lord Ancient casts Regrowth but is unbound. The Warsong has Tree Song unbound, but casts Unleash Swarm of Spites, dealing 8 mortal wounds. The Tree Lords both shoot at the Mortek and finish them off. The Ancient misses, but Durthu deals 4 damage to the Stalkers. Durthu roars at the Stalkers, and the Ancient uses Ground Shaker on them. Durthu uses Solid Attack and deals 12 damage to the Stalkers. The Tree Lord Ancient fight next, but deals no damage, then uses Strike and Fade. The Stalkers finally fight back, dealing 4 damage to Durthu. Surrounding and closing in on their foe, the Sylvaneth complete their battle tactic and score 7 points.
Sylvaneth turn 2 was pretty good for the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Going second, doing 2 heroic actions has been irrelevant so far this game. Maybe different when you have like the hero with the bodyguard battalion.
Auto casting and like other armies that have that.
That's true, but have other heroic actions. But here I have none, right? So it's like I haven't even been using it, so that hasn't been very impactful. But what is impactful has been, so far now, the 2 battle tactics.
Yeah.
With a GV or GC, because my Warsong Revenant, I chose 2, which gaining momentum and protect my Wildwood, so kill unit within 6, both on those Mortek.
Yep.
Easy kill there. Got 4 points for that, putting me up 7-1. Now,
that turn was massive.
It'll be interesting to see in the rest of the game if I then run out of battle tactics.
Yeah.
But so
I don't
it's
think so.
like
You still have Desecrate, you still have Eye for an Eye, you know what I mean? Because if you have good book ones.
Yeah, very true. Durthu kind of whiffed, but still got 12 damage through, which only 1 hit with the sword and then both the claws. So all in, that's okay. I left him in there and struck and fade the Tree Lord Ancient because I wanted you to be in a tough spot where, hey, if you take the turn, you're potentially getting hit, right?
Yeah.
If you don't retreat out.
Yeah.
But he took 4 wounds, so now I'm regretting it a little bit. Just would have been safer. So.
Yeah, they don't do nearly as much damage, obviously not having the +1 damage in that.
Yeah.
But
you had to do the reroll saves, and it did save you there.
It did, yeah. And it could have even saved me even more, right?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
even I'm kicking, I could have like doing a Mystic Shield on them would have been huge too.
Yeah, but
not getting that off on both turns is big.
Hurts
with the reroll
OBR
save
when you don't have all out defense and
lessen Ren by 1 and +1 to save.
Yeah,
It's like,
and that impacted me, and I hugely impacted my hits going through, right? Because didn't get tree sawn off, so basically Ren 1 at best across the board. So otherwise, I left this objective because you're either going to throw Arcan and Mortek on there. If I put my Ancient there, you take it anyways. So you still have to throw a unit there, which is something.
And it's only getting me 2 anyway.
And this lets me threaten over here. Your back 1, get into potentially the catapult to tie it up. That bunker is still super defensive. I rearranged my Tree Lords just to put the wounded one over there because that's the safest one. So
hooks one up, puts the other one in the exact same spot.
Yeah. But that's everything. This Tree Lord, where I was saying I should have put over here, it would have put the shot out of range. Didn't need the shooting in the end. Would have given him a chance to charge the Stalkers as well.
Could have failed it though, and you shot him down.
For sure. Could have failed it, but I think that would have been more interesting. I had extra shooting. This Tree Lord still could have stomped or something to finish them. But all in, effective turn, and we'll jump into turn 3 priority.
Yes.
That's a 1.
Roll the 3.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the turn and
no surprise.
see kind of what kind of points I can get. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Go into Ossiarch Bonereapers, turn 3.
Sounds good.
Refusing to back down despite the odds, the Bone Reaper's battle tactic is gaining momentum. Arcan and Durthu both use their finest hour. The Bone Tithe Nexus uses Punishment of Death on the Tree Lord. The Soul Mason casts the Bone Tithe Shrieker, but fails Soul Guide. Arcan uses First of the Mortex and casts Curse of Years, finishing off the Tree Lord, then has both Drain Vitality and Arcane Bolt unbound. Mortec Guard use Unstoppable Advance. The Mortec Crawler shoots at Durthu but deals no damage. Arcan fails his Roar, and Durthu fails Ground Shaker. Then the Tree Lord roars the Mortec Guard. The Stalkers use Bludgeon as Durthu defends, dealing 6 damage to him. Durthu fights Arcan next, dealing over 20 damage and cutting him down. The Mortec Guard attack the Dryads, but deal only 4 damage. The Tree Lord fights, dealing 6 damage to the Mortec Guard. The Dryads fight last, killing 4 more Mortec. Not achieving their desired results, the Bone Reapers fail their battle tactic and score 2 points.
Alrighty, so back from OBR turn 2, or is this turn 3?
Turn 3.
Turn 3, yeah. Back from turn 3, and yeah, I saw red somewhat. I went
There's an opportunity.
There were a few things that happened here. So I could have done eye for an eye, essentially, or gaining momentum were the two that I was thinking of.
Yep.
Now, eye for an eye was probably the safer bet, but I was thinking that I pretty much, the good chance I'm going to take him out. With Arcan, if I didn't get Curse of Years off, and the catapults didn't kill him, I could have done that and took this point.
Yeah, and you can very likely get eye for an eye later, harder to get gaining momentum later.
Exactly. And I would have been able to just kept Durthu out. But what happened is I killed him with Curse of Years.
Yep.
So then I was able to do like an Arcane Bolt on myself. And then as everything was unfolding, I kind of moved over here. I knew I was going to easily take that one.
Yep.
So I was good there. And then I was pretty much thinking Arcan could be the source of Roar, so that these two would be able to take him down, essentially. Because with the Shrieker, which I also got off, they're +1 to hit as well. So as I moved him outside of there, I was like, there's a good chance I take Durthu out here.
Yep.
And if I do that, that turns this, even though I'm down like 6, whatever from last turn, that would really turn the game around.
Yep.
So, of course, I failed the Roar.
Yes, and that was probably the difference.
Yeah, because they did +1 rend, +1 damage.
Two more attacks go through, and he's down.
Yeah, and it was like, heartbreaking that, like literally that.
Yeah.
It came down to that because they're -3 rend. The Stalkers, obviously, we know they do.
And even with Finest Hour, all defense is still on a 4-up, right? Where it could have been a 5.
Yeah.
Could have been the difference.
So just heartbreaking that I didn't get that. I shot both of these out there hoping you'd roll a 1 again. But
no ones this time.
Wasn't nice that like last turn.
The notable though, Dan, Oakenbrow, counted like here, have the wounds for my profile. Dirthu is still fighting at top
6
bracket.
damage still.
So even with 11 wounds on him, he is 6 flat damage. I mean, you never run Dirthu outside of this now. You don't see him. Well, you do see him, but
the bracket,
not never. He's still good in other sub-factions, don't get me wrong. But that's amazing to have that ability, right?
Yeah, ever since like early AOS, like you know from watching Jordan roll his Dirthu.
And we still seen him whiffing at times, like on 3s and 3s. But
yeah, but still, that unbelievable beat, still doing 6 damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just 18 damage. Just started rolling. I'm like, okay, this plan didn't work. Like you just needed to roar 1 time.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I'm just gonna get hold 2 now instead of getting 5 points here, which would have been big.
Yep. I would have to inspire the Dryads. She did kill 4 of them.
Yeah, and then over here, I just kind of threw these guys in to get blending and starting to do some damage. But I did the +1. All right, couldn't. Sorry, because you roared here, and then the roar.
But the story was the -1 hit and wound on the Dryads is like
so good.
Okay, these Mortek that are already hitting on or wounding on 4s are now wounding on 5s. Like
yeah, the Mortek, just the roar is just so unbelievably good. We've known that for a really long time. Like, give us back Hunters of the Heartland. That was so good on Mortek.
Yeah, that's everything though. You do take 2 objectives, so you get 2 points there.
Yeah.
But we will be going into a big Sylvaneth turn 3.
Yepper.
Aiming to put an end to the trespassers, the Sylvaneth battle tactics are eye for an eye and desecrate their lands. Dirthu fails heroic leadership while the Soul Mason uses relentless leadership. The Tree Lord Ancient casts Regrowth on the Spirit of Dirthu. The Warsong casts Tree Song, then Mystic Shield on Dirthu. The Tree Lord shoots at the Stalkers, dealing 3 damage, then Dirthu adds another 3. The other Tree Lord deals 2 damage to the Mortek Guard. The Tree Lord uses Forward to Victory but fails his charge. Dirthu fails to roar the Soul Mason, then the Ancient stomps and finishes off the Stalker. Dirthu attacks the Soul Mason, doing a casual 27 damage to him. The Mortek use Endless Duty and fight the Dryads, killing just 3. The Tree Lord attacks, killing 4 Mortek. The Dryads use Solid Attack and fight next, finishing off the last 4 Mortek. Taking out the 2 largest threats, the Sylvaneth complete their battle tactic and score 7 points.
Well, Sylvaneth turn 3 was fairly effective.
Yeah.
It did enough. Did everything I needed to. Because Arcane went down in your turn, that really opened up the game for me.
Yeah.
Free to cast what I want for the most part. So I got a couple spells off, nothing really too consequential. Thought about summoning a tree, but talking about it, there was a play where I charged exactly what I did. Charge them, kill them and the hero with Dirthu so that I could pile away, get that objective.
Yeah.
Store maximum points here. I have a GC on that objective outside of my territory, so I did 2 battle tactics. I did, what was it, Eye for an Eye and desecrate their lands on that. Yeah, so that's why I needed the charge. Failed this charge with the reroll, but that's neither here nor there. And my Dryads and Tree Lord finished off the Mortek.
Yeah, that Dryad bunker is just, I had a good feeling going in. I went for the +1 attack just to try to kill more. Like even with Shield Wall,
just the -1 hit and wound.
If we sit there all game and I have 6 Mortek, there's no way I'm going to be able to chew through that. So it was just like a Yeah, in hindsight, definitely not even go.
But what else can you do? Like,
you go to your point up here, I guess.
Which you already have.
But then I hold 2 and I'm down 10
oh,
points.
earlier. Yeah.
I mean, like turn 3 when I charged them in.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else. Like, because I was down so much and I couldn't do tactics.
Yeah.
This plan and everything.
You were hoping for a miracle.
Yeah.
Like,
we can talk about it after, obviously.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah, that's.
Yeah, here. So I will get another turn of 7 points. So not too bad story-wise. We're going to be able to talk it out, but let's roll priority right now for round 4.
Yep.
5.
Nice,
so
you got it.
I win 1 prio. It's a new year for me winning prios.
New year, new you.
Yeah. So pretty good here. I actually looked at my battle tactics, and of the like 10 available in theory, or 11,
Yep.
there's only 2 more that are achievable. Cunning maneuver, which is to have my GC wholly within, on an objective, wholly within your territory or outside of mine, whatever. That's cunning maneuver. And then there's one to kill a unit with my wizard, which I would do the teleport, do the one, try and summon a tree over here, teleport him on. Basically, I would have a good chance at that one, and then it's a toss-up for round 5, whether I can, maybe whittle him down and just finish him off with my wizard or something.
Yeah. But either way, you're up by so much. That won't matter.
So reason to talk about that, less about points though, is more about like, this is a good example of even round 4 and 5, there's no, like I could do 2 more tactics again those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
There just aren't any.
Yeah, there's no more left that you could do.
That are achievable.
And even more so on my side. This just shows even more like not having GCs is like.
Yeah, most armies are gonna have only like
a couple,
5 or 6 that are like really like good chance of completing. So here Sylvaneth is one that has good battle tactics or good book battle tactics.
Good enough, yeah.
So that I could actually make use of getting to do extra.
Yeah.
So while this mission here in the early rounds was, let me take an insane lead, right?
Yeah.
Super polarizing. I don't think that's going to be the case for most books or like most matchups.
No.
Other thing to talk about looking at this game as a whole is this mission is just so bad for OBR.
Yeah, just terrible.
We do them like randomly.
Yeah.
And
the low movement. It wasn't like absolutely awful. I could have made a better play at just pushing everything between these 2.
I debut first. You could have gone for hold more turn 1 and just sat on these 2
cut this whole
and
board
made
off.
me try and deal with you, like get in there.
But still, I don't have enough tactics where I thought if I held more, like right off the bat, or I would get that either way. Yeah. I just felt like if I sat back and held 2, you would outmaneuver me definitely, and also be able to score more battle tactics than I am. So even if I get my grand strat, which also that would be tricky, you're going to beat me by a couple points. So I just went for like a bigger play. Which again, if I killed Durthu and some other, some things.
It wasn't out of the realm of possibility. If you killed Durthu here, this objective, like I have a tree lord and an ancient, and they're not going to, take out the stalkers. They could have rallied back on my turn.
And Arcane's alive, like.
Or can you rally? You can't rally.
No,
you can't rally.
Come on.
No rally. I mean, no redeploy. That's been nice.
Yeah.
Also, just to talk, you mentioned earlier, but monsters are
good against
so good against OBR.
Mortec just in general, right?
Yeah.
That's the big one. Sun wasn't like, it's kind of cute here and there for the here, but you're all high armor save and then -1 to hit and wound on the Dryad.
Was
so it's
the
like,
punishing thing that was worse for your Mortec than it was for me because it hurt them more.
It was for sure, yeah.
What else here? Looking at this, my grand strategy. So with my GC, I took the grand strat, one of the new ones, to like have him contesting an objective at the end of the game.
Yep.
I don't remember if it's wholly outside of my territory or wholly within yours. I assume outside of mine.
Yep.
Because of the missions. Again, easily teleport him there. He's safe. He's sound.
Yeah. Mine actually, I guess you won prio, so if you killed them, that'd be fine. But mine was just have a unit fully.
Could easily, yeah. I think that would definitely be achievable. Like
maybe if they didn't die, but you would.
I could have gone out of my way to do it, but it not having it on my mind, I wasn't playing talking about those last 2 rounds.
If it was like
I
differential
or
something like
I could have tried to.
That's the situation
it,
you would obviously try to deny it.
Yeah.
Well, in general, sometimes you want to just deny, but
So a bit of an unfortunate one here for OBR. Just like I don't think the matchup's the worst because like you're pretty good against combat armies, but I think the mission here really played to the Sylvaneth's favor of getting to dance around. Also the battle tactic advantage, as you said.
The specific build. Like
Yeah.
this is a pretty decent actually build for something like this.
It's pretty cool. Like weak to mortal wounds.
Yeah.
But I still have like a decent spellcaster. So
And I don't really have much mortal, just Arcan, right? Like he can do some, and we saw Curse of Years go off a couple times. So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
it's fun.
it popped off. Yeah, but yeah, could have been different. But here goes goes in favor of the trees. And,
yeah, people love Sylvaneth, so there you go. Martin and all the guys probably love seeing this.
And I mean Oakenbrow too. First time for Oakenbrow on the channel, so
yeah,
I'm real happy with
it. Really showed how crazy strong the Dryad bunker with the Tree Lord just behind
Bounty Hunters is drawn,
staying within 3. Yeah, -1 to hit, -1 to wound.
Yeah, it's now interesting when they're not taking double damage.
Yes.
Yep, the 30 block. Battle Shock's an issue, but as long as you have a CP or can keep them safe.
Yeah,
Yep, that's it. So with that, just want to say a big thank you to you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this battle report. We definitely got a lot more of the new GHB games coming up in the next couple weeks.
A lot of exciting armies to try out.
Yeah, lots going on in the world of AOS, so I hope you stick with us. Check out our membership if you do want more content in battle reports. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon in another video.
Have a good week, everyone.